today I'm gonna do a day trip to Matsumoto and Nagano and hopefully show you exactly how you can do it too. If you are based in Tokyo and wanting to head out and see something that's completely different, Matsumoto Castle is one of my favorites and Nagano has lots to see. I've actually got myself a JR East Pass that serves the Nagano and the Niigata area. To get to Matsumoto, you need to go via Nagano if you're going from Tokyo, and you will probably want to take the Shinkansen, not only because the Shinkansen is ultra cool, but it's gonna get you there much faster. So follow the signs for the Shinkansen transfer terminal. You will need to pass your JR pass through the ticket machine, just like you did when you entered the station. So let's get to the Shinkansen area. Having a reserved seat makes things a lot easier because they literally spell it out for you. They give you the name of the train. So in this case, it's a Kagayaki 503 here, which means that when I'm looking at the notice boards, I'll be able to find the Kagayaki 503 train and therefore find the platform quite easily. It gives you the time that you need to get the Shinkansen and the time that you arrive. So if you want to have a little bit of a snooze, you can set yourself an alarm on your phone or your watch 5 minutes before you arrive at your station. Then the likelihood is that you're going to be carrying a bag like this. There's plenty of space up there. Just to give you an idea, if you did have a larger suitcase of where you could actually place it, you can, if you wanted to, put it in between your legs. This is the sort of leg room that I have. Just to give you an idea, I could probably fit a smaller suitcase there. At the very front of the train there will be a space, and at the very back there'll be a place for luggage. So just bear in mind, you'll need to use your JR pass to get out of the Shinkansen area, and then make your way to the local JR gates and use your JR pass once more to get through to the JR local trains. Just for reference, I got the train at 7:30 in the morning, just before 7:30 in the morning, and I've got to Matsumoto at 9:51. The journey has taken about 2.5 hours, and there are multiple different options. Some take about 2.5 hours, some take 3 hours. So it's a very doable trip. And as you'll see on the way back, we're going to be stopping in Nagano anyway. So the return trip is going to be even shorter from Nagano to Tokyo. I've come to Matsumoto for the day, and I've got a special guest with me. Japanese journey. Last time I came here in 2014. It was the last time I came, and at the front there were some local guides that were giving free basically guides of the area, just because they wanted to practice their English. So if you do come to Matsumoto like I did in 2014, and I actually got a local guide to show me around so that they could practice their English, and it was pretty cool. So here in Matsumoto Castle, you need to take off your shoes at the entrance, and you are given a bag to put your shoes in. So one thing that you definitely need to consider is the fact that in the winter, when it's -2 outside or 0 degrees outside, the floor is very cold. So you might want to put on your extra thick socks on a cold day here in Matsumoto Castle. One thing that you need to bear in mind is that the steps here are pretty steep and quite big. So if you do have any mobility issues, it might be a little bit of a problem. There are steep as 55 to 61 degrees. And each step can be up to 40 centimeters. The passageways around here are so cool because you can imagine that they were actually created basically for the warriors, samurai warriors, to actually be able to navigate and run around these passageways. So
in full armor.
In full armor. The top has a really cool viewing sort of platform, and the really cool thing is that they've put some cutouts for your camera, so if you want to take photos or video of the surrounding area, then you can do so safely, obviously, because we're quite high up. My advice is always try to come to these places earlier rather than later, because when you come early, you'll have half the people or even less, a quarter of the people. After 11 a.m, things start getting busy, especially after lunch. What are your thoughts, like overall, about this castle?
So if you have cold feet, then they will get colder here. Apart from that, of course, it's stunning. One, it's stunning from the outside, and two, if you get inside, you have this totally different perspective, overlooking the mold, the park, and the mountains, the city in between. So pretty nice.
Yeah. This is the third time I've come to this castle, so that says a lot, really. coming to the same place 3 times, and definitely worth the trip. If you can actually stay in the area, even better, because there's so much more to see. We're going to go to Zenkō-Ji Temple now, which is probably one of the top places that you want to visit in Nagano. You need to get a ticket on the way in, and then on the way out you drop it into the machine and you pay. So it's quite easy, quite straightforward. Boy, oh boy, it's cold and it's snowing. Hopefully we'll make for some great footage of this awesome temple. One of Japan's greatest and grandest temples. Definitely worth a visit. If you do decide to not go to Matsumoto, then Nagano is only an hour and a half away with the Shinkansen from Ueno Station anyway. So it's definitely an option if you don't want to do both. I assure you that if you do leave Tokyo nice and early, you will have time to do both locations and get back. Definitely doable, don't you think?
Absolutely.
Hopefully you can hear that. To get here is actually quite easy. There's a bus, or you can walk if it's a nice day. It's pretty much straight all the way from the station to this temple, isn't it?
Yeah, it's about 2 kilometers, pretty easy. A little bit uphill, but nothing difficult at all. The bus itself is 190 yen, so also not too much, takes about 10 minutes. I think it's about 2 kilometers, so not a problem whatsoever.
And the location is like out of a movie. It's really cool.
Yeah, it really is.
Especially on a day like this with the snow, and although it's freezing, the snow makes this place even more special, in my opinion. Most temple areas and shrine areas, grand temple areas, you will find many stores and little coffee shops selling traditional sweets, Japanese sweets, etc. So you can take your time browsing. If you want to get a souvenir, now's probably your time to get one of those, unique souvenirs that you're only going to be able to get when you're in this temple. And don't forget to get yourself an omikuji also, for luck. See if you have some good luck coming up.
Or bad luck.
Or bad luck, hopefully not.
So this was originally created at a little bit more down the road.
Oh yeah.
And well, it burned down, of course, as it happens with wooden structures, and was built again here. This temple enshrines the first image of Buddha to ever set foot. You say that?
Yeah.
For an image.
Yeah.
In Japan.
Wow.
Which was, of course, back then a bit controversial, new religion and stuff. Then it was thrown into a canal in Osaka, and some guy called Yoshimitsu saved it, brought it here, and enshrined it. And Yoshimitsu can also be read as Zenko, and Ji means temple, so it's Yoshimitsu's temple, and that's where we are, and that's where this image still is. However, it's a hidden image. That means nobody ever sees it, not even the head monk of this place, not even the abbot.
So the question is it even there?
Well,
nobody will know.
Well, at some point in time, a couple of 100 years ago, one of the shogun wanted to know exactly that. And he ordered the monk to check, and apparently was there.
Oh, okay.
What is also there is an exact copy of the image, which is shown every 6 years.
So when's the next time?
In 6 years. It was this year.
All right.
And then an event called Gokaicho. And then you can see the image. It's
awesome.
Like three images of Buddha.
So Japanese journey is also history with Japanese journey.
There you go.
Thank you very much for showing me around Matsumoto and Nagano. It's been amazing. And
Pleasure.
if you do come to these areas and you've discovered something that you want us to check out, please put it down in the comment section. We're actually going to finish by having a meal in the area surrounding the train station, which is probably the best area, right, to find food and drink?
Probably. Especially regardless of the time of the day.
Yeah. So I hope you've enjoyed the video. Don't forget to check out his channel. Subscribe to both of us if you haven't already. Like the video and catch you in the next one. See you later. Stay positive, but COVID negative. Bye.